tonight we were talking a little bit. You'd be willing to trade Cole Perfetti for Timo Meier or like make that him a part of the package?
So if Meyer were to sign long term, yeah. I don't want to lose Perfetti. Don't get me wrong. I really like Perfetti's game, but the Jets need to win now. And Meyer's going to do that way, way better, or going to help towards that way better than Perfetti is. I think you got to push the chips into the middle of the table, and if it takes Cole Perfetti, that might be the deal. The way Brad Lambert's playing in the dub right now, I don't think he's going to be a Jet by the deadline. Like I think teams are going to want him included in that, but him driving up his stock might mean that a guy like Perfetti stays. I don't know. I think like a Harkins might be gone. Because it sounds like, and this is hypothetically for a Meyer, they want first round pick, player that can play now, and a top prospect. So if like, I don't think you're giving them both Lambert and Perfetti and that first round pick, but one or the other. And like, if it ends up being they want Perfetti, the prospect might be like I don't know, a Nikkanen or something like that. Just like not quite the top tier, not the Lambert, Lucius, or McGroarty, but maybe just like the level below that.
Yeah, because when you're getting that top prospect in Perfetti, like he's already also that young kind of roster player that they're getting to. So it kind of like checks off both boxes of that part of the deal. So the prospect wouldn't need to be as kind of high. So yeah, I could see it probably being like a first Perfetti and kind of like a lower tier prospect than like the main ones. But like again, giving a Perfetti, it's like you got to be confident that you can keep Meier, because if you go in and you trade away all these assets, like sure you can recoup some of it as an RFA and trading his rights, but at the end of the day, if you're giving up Cole Perfetti and you don't have the success long term, it's going to look like a massive L on that front.
Yeah, I think like well, at least I hope if Perfetti is on the table there, that they're not including one of those top three guys with him plus a first round pick. That's way too much. That's 3 firsts essentially. I'd much rather it be like even a Lambert, Harkins or something, or Appleton or something like that, a guy who can play now, and a first, than those 3 top pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would hate to lose Perfetti. And like, even if you get Meier long term, you've had so much success with Perfetti early on. Like, you don't know what he's going to turn into. If you could somehow throw enough smoke and mirrors at the situation and you could get rid of Neil Pionk and just be like, hey, this guy could play with your fancy Erik Karlsson, this would be a
Carlson's
good
going to be gone too, though.
No, there's not a chance Karlsson moves. No one's going
he's
to
100% moving.
The money's just not going to happen. Who's going
that's like fair. That's a terrible contract.
Awful. And even if you manage to get somebody to eat up a bunch of that money, it's a 4-year.
There's too much term.
Commitment. Yeah. Carlson's not moving. The Oilers Nation is so horny to get that guy, but it's so dumb. Like, they don't have any money for him. No one else in the league wants him, so it's just like, don't bother.
Yeah.
So yeah, Neil Pionk and Erik Karlsson, dynamic duo in San Jose for the next.
Not a lot of defense being played there.
Yeah. Just mayhem. So